Well, hello there, YouTubers and YouTube family. Starting to get some followings here, so that's good. I hope everybody is well and good fortune is coming your way. And before I start, I would ask that you please subscribe, hit the like button, give me a thumbs up on the like button, share and leave a comment, ring the bell. I think I got them all. All right, so today, I'm going to talk about the shootings, right? 15 people at a funeral getting shot. A 65-year-old lady got shot. And they have a person of interest in custody. So what do they have in custody? A gang member? Because remember I was telling you about turf wars and gang wars and stuff like that? Now this clearly looks like a gang war or some type of retaliation. But what's weird about it, that they uh, came to a guy that they probably wanted dead. Came to shoot up at the funeral of the guy they probably wanted dead or killed him. So what was they trying to do? Take it out on the family? It's a little more to this story that meets the eye. And so the person that's in custody, why haven't we heard more about it? Should be more. Hopefully, it'll be more coming out. But don't it seem like to you they had something? It was police at the funeral, but 15 people still got shot. So what was they doing? Hiding up under the car? Or were they the ones to return the fire? Because they said it was fire return, but it sounded like they said return fire came from one of the people that was in the funeral line. So the police didn't even draw their guns? Did they even pursue the people? And three of the four got away. So the driver must have been hit or injured. It's not making sense. And then we got our sorry mayor, you know, that really haven't even, she's so concerned about Trump bringing, 150 federal officers here. They should bring more. They should bring more. And not that I'm on Trump's side or anything, but you can clearly see that the police here can't seem to deal with the situation. Let's see if they can do something about it. But I did once say, if he come here and them people come with a heavy hand, you know, it's going to be some backlash. See what's going on in Portland, maybe in Washington too. You know, you can't always deal a heavy hand. And the problems that I'm having with this whole situation is that everything seems to be a cover up. Everything. Why don't we know more about this kid or this person? Why were they trying to shoot up a funeral? Who was the boy that was killed that made them come shoot up the funeral? Was somebody killed on their end? Or were they just taking advantage of the opportunity that was a bunch of black people lined up for a funeral? See, it's not making sense, and nobody's giving us answers. See what I mean, people? We don't get no answer. When the reporter asked him, uh, wasn't there assigned cops there? You see, he had hesitantly admitted it. And then he said that they were assigned to this type of. Normally, this is a normal thing that they get assigned to these type of funerals, so it had to be gang related. It had to be something to that effect, but we don't know about it. So if there's a gang war going on, the press not telling us. Either they don't know because the police not telling them. So why ain't the mayor saying something? Why ain't the superintendent saying something? See, folks, didn't I tell you? These people are so corrupt and so full of it. Now you have the right to know, but they ain't gonna let you know. And if they're doing some kind of investigation, why is it taking so long for them to wrap it up, or to get more evidence, or to pull more people in, put more people in jail? Do it seem like to you? Does that seem like to me that this stuff is just being let happen? They letting this stuff happen, or I'm just uh, imagining this stuff. You know, try to think about it for a minute. They came, four people in a truck, shot up people standing in line to go to the funeral. Okay, in broad daylight. Police was sitting there, but yet and still, three of the four got away. What did I tell you? Then they even crashed the truck and still got away. Don't you think if there was some cops there, they should have been right down on that? They should have been when that truck uh, hit that pole, whatever it hit. They should have been up there with their guns drawn, telling them to get out the car. Where was they at? And nobody asked the question, where was they at? Doing all this stuff, still, it was cops there, and still 15 people got shot. And people from the other side was able to return some return fire too. Mm-mm. It smelled like a rat, and usually it'd be a rat if you smell a rat. So now she's more concerned about Trump bringing in these federal troops, federal officers, and she had the gall to stand at that podium and said that these were signs of tyranny. So what have she been doing for the last 5 months? And we've been under her tyranny for the last 5 months. See, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. Now she's saying these are signs of a tyrannical government, but we've been dealing with a tyrannical government for the last 5 months. One example, folks, when she got out there and told you that if you don't wear your mask, if you don't cooperate with the rules, you could be shut down, put in jail, and fined. Under what law? Her law as mayor. So when the president come around and say, well, I got power over the whole country, and I want something to be done in that city, and I'm going to send people to do it, they're getting an uproar. Why? She should be thanking him for sending this help. If it's truly going to be help, she should be thanking him, don't you think? Like, well, thank goodness we can find out what's going on with all this killing, black on black crime in these neighborhoods. But no, she want to say this is a tyrannical government, you know. But it's okay for her to be a tyrannical mayor that don't do a damn thing and want to threaten you, the people. But remember, y'all voted her in, so you get what you pay for. And I hope you're enjoying it. Listen, folks, they gave the teachers and the policemen huge raises, and neither one of them doing their job. And you people got the nerve to be upset because some of us wanted to fund the police? You gotta be kidding me. Hear about the boy, the little Jamaican boy that was just shot down a couple days ago? Because he was carrying a so-called, like a pipe looked like a gun. A pipe looked like a gun. Before they even told the boy to drop the gun, they put 20, 30 bullets in him. Even one in the head, I heard. But you stupid people, especially you conservatives, you're going to say, well, he shouldn't have been around doing that, which you're right. He shouldn't have been around doing that. But they say he was bipolar. Most people knew him in the neighborhood. The police didn't care. He could have been holding a stick. They'd have still shot him. And if you people just don't want to believe that these folks get a thrill out of killing you, watch. The cops going to get off. You think they ain't going to get off of that? Ain't no judge going to convict them or something like that. Excuse me, I had to drink that. No judge going to convict them something like that. You know. So here we go again. Didn't I tell you people, I got to keep saying it, a storm was coming. There's the lightning right there. You're going to hear the thunder in a minute. But you're going to be foolish enough to run out in the rain. Watch what I tell you. Thinking that you're going to be doing the right thing. Because they're leading you up to this way. They're leading you up to this false, these false innuendos that's making you think that people are on your side. I think that's the best way I can describe it right now. I always get nervous in front of this stuff. So, all these people that's going to claim to be on your side, watch they fade into the crack work. What's that? You don't think so? Well, let's see. Let's put my word up against yours. because I think it's just gonna be a whole lot of hooping and hollering. It's gonna be protesters protesting again, but this time it's gonna be violence among violence among violence. So all you people that want to stay neutral, stay in the house because you're gonna be victims if you don't, either from the government side or from the protester side. You're gonna be a victim. You sort of stuck in the middle. You don't, since you don't have a dog in this fight. You know they're gonna put a pit bull up against you anyway. So stay in the house because the rest of these people finna act a fool. Left, right, center, police, the National Guards, the Army. You know, if Trump insists on bringing order in the fashion that he's going talking about bringing it, it's only going to lead to chaos. But if he's smart and clever, he can weed out these people that's causing this stuff. Because there are people causing this stuff. This is just not evolutionary evolving, something natural. It's just being perpetrated, you know. And I see some of you are waking up to it, and some of you are still asleep. But for the ones that still asleep, it won't be long now. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna see, and you're gonna see how vicious the people can be. The forces that be against you can be. It's gonna be worse than the Jews went through the concentration camps. If it keeps going the way it's going, I'm not saying it's going to be that way, but if it keeps going the way it's going, somebody is keep perpetuating all this nonsense, and then the conservatives gonna claim it's the liberals, and the liberals gonna say it's the Democrats. I mean, it's the conservative. Excuse me. And it's both of them together. But you poor fools, you're not gonna realize that till it's too late. I try to explain to you how this system works against our people specifically, but really against all people. It works against all people. So if you want to keep sitting up there with your head in the sand, then you go right on ahead. And one more thing I have to mention about the shootings here in Chicago and the mayor and stuff like that. Don't you find it weird that after something like this happens, the chief of police just come out and say, uh, we need to do better? In more or less words, excuse me. In more or less words, that's what he says. And in most of these cases, and I think if the guy probably wouldn't have ran to the poll, they wouldn't have had any suspects. And then where would we be? Well, we're looking for suspects. Even though I give them some credit, they have caught some recent murderers that did some shootings and stuff, which is good. They have caught some. They ain't catching enough of them though. And I know they can't be everywhere at one time, but we do have a huge police force. And if the mayor wasn't so interested in protecting white property and white suburbs, neighborhoods, and focus a little bit more of that attention in the black communities. Yeah, I know that it may be a issue about police brutality and racism and stuff like that. But if they don't go in there in these neighborhoods and weed out these people that's causing all this trouble, then it's not gonna stop. It don't matter if you bring the National Guard, the Army, the Navy. It don't matter what you do. It's not gonna stop if nobody is truly going in there and weeding these people out. And that's is her job. That was her job. But see, she's too busy, rubbing elbows with the rich and the elite and people who wants to build buildings here and stuff like that. Listen, all that is good. That's part of a mayor's job. But you have to have stability in your city in order for it to run properly. And one more thing about to the gang members. So you're so emboldened now that you ride up on a funeral when people stand outside in broad daylight and shoot up families. Didn't I tell you they was gonna come hunting for you? What you think these federal agents are gonna be here for? You think it's for the protesters? The protesters, they don't care about that much. President Trump is sending them in here for you. And you fools ain't figured it out. It's too late now. They already know who you are and where you are and what you up to. When the government say they're going to send somebody somewhere, they done already sent them. So you already being watched, you dumb fools. And now I'm going to predict this. That's going to happen. I've already predicted part of it, but I'm going to predict the rest of it. Now a lot of you gang leaders and you black mafia leaders, because yeah, we know about you too. Y'all going to start hitting the pavement pretty hard and pretty fast. So don't look for sympathy for what you have done and what you're doing, because there won't be. And to all the people that know about these people and sitting around saying nothing, you deserve to be locked up too. Because you know either your son, daughter, sister, brother, son is out here doing this stuff. You know you got a bad kid. And most of you who know you got bad kids, you know they got a gun. You know they're selling drugs. You know all that stuff. And if you ain't, you're very naive. Either you working so much you don't see it, but even still, you should see the signs. You know. But for those of you who's actually missed the signs, okay, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But the majority of you, you know what your children out here doing it, because probably you doing it. Maybe on a different level, you know. Because for 15 and 16-year-old kids to be walking around here shooting up folks like this, the OK Corral, you cannot tell me it's not other people involved. You can't tell me that. Either they're older gang members schooling the young ones, or they're part of a mafia or something that's going on. But regardless of all that, you folks know who these people are. Start turning them in. Because it should be a law that for people who actually know these people, they should go to jail with them and spend just as much time. Because if you know that your friend, son, daughter, roommate, whatever, is out there killing people, and you're not saying nothing about it, and you know, you need to go to jail with them. You need to sit and rot along with them because you're just as guilty. Don't keep turning a blind eye to these people, folks, because they'll shoot you down. Well, I guess that's my rant for today, folks. You know, but like I was saying, see the hypocrisy? As long as she can call the shots and threaten you, it's okay. But as long as somebody can call the shots over her and threaten her, she doesn't like it. Her or the governor. You know, they're hypocrites. And they shouldn't have been in office in the first place. So with that, I end this rant. And for you people, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the bell notification, and leave a comment. And it'll be deeply appreciated. And God bless, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye-bye.